Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I'm Rojo Perez.
Rojo Perez, how you doing, buddy?
What up? Good to see you, bud.
Thank you. I'm feeling good over here. I'm Keith and the Girl poker champion, and people hear me say that, and they're like, "Oh my God, is this somehow a repeat?" Keith and the Girl doesn't do repeats, right? No, I won again. KeithandtheGirl.com/chat. We play poker every Wednesday. And once again, the kid takes it. Now, you might be listening, being like, wait, there were a bunch of games. Viola won one. Rick, who we just heard the other day, he won one. They didn't win the main games. The main game, and here's the thing, if there's confusion, I don't tell the players what the main game is until the end of the night. Because I don't want to get in their head. I want them to play each game the best they could. It happened to be the one that I won, and I'm the
That's
grand champion. So I'm feeling
that,
good. Yeah.
that's so crazy that you
Yeah.
won the game that you picked.
Yeah,
What are
it
the
worked out that
odds?
way. I mean, I just don't want to get into in people's heads.
This is why I
Also,
never go to your games when you text me to play poker. I know a setup when I feel one.
oh, I would do the worst things to my siblings when I was a kid. I would go, let's play a card game. You want to play boxing? And I would take cards and make them look like two boxers, this like stick figures, and be like, all right, and let's see what your power in your fist is. An ace. That's very good. Unless your arm is weak and you get and then I see the card, a six. Oh, a six, the one card that fucked you. And I won boxing card game. All right. I listened to the new "What the Fuck" with Mark Maron. He's ending his podcast, but he's winding it down. There's a couple more shows left. This was fun to hear. This is him with Jimmy Pardo.
But let's talk because
Yeah.
but when you talk about podcasting, sometimes people will go, they'll say like, well, Adam Curry.
Well, yeah, but Marconi did something too. It's what you do with the unit. Um, the
But what do you have any idea? Like, I have no sense of because even when people call me OG, I know that I was there, after you, but at the time where the medium was starting to get a little bit of attention, but hardly any.
barely,
Yeah,
barely.
but a lot of people cite these other podcasts that were around before I think it was even that accessible.
Well,
You had to listen on the computer.
you did have to listen to your computer. If we're talking strictly comedy, Keith and the Girl were doing something on the East Coast.
Well, yeah, I give them credit sometimes,
they
but
were
not
before us.
as often as I should.
I give them credit because they were before us. But Todd Glass, the brilliantly funny Todd Glass, in my opinion, said it best that yes, there were other podcasts, but Jimmy Pardo was the first person with a name that you knew who was doing a podcast.
Right.
And I think that's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful that my producer and
You know what? That is a good way to say it. That means I even had it tougher, and my contribution was bigger, quite frankly. Because no, I wasn't opening up for Conan. I wasn't headlining across the country. So, but thank you. I wrote back to Mark and I said, "Good boy." No, it's very it's very flattering, and thank you. That's fun to hear. Speaking of Adam Curry, if you have Keith and the Girl VIP, you can check out episode number 247. We're almost at 4,000 now. But if you go, but you can hear episode 247, the Pod Show contract, and that talks about why Adam Curry happens to be a big fat piece of dog shit, and I don't like him getting so much credit for taking advantage of people. All right, that's that. But anyway, Mark and Jimmy Pardo, thanks. That was very fun. How are things going with the great Rojo Perez in general?
Things are right compared to what I just heard. I didn't know there was this much beef. I do like podcast beef. I think
I don't even
comic
think
beef,
it's.
podcast beef. No, you took a heavy shot there
You think
at
so?
one of the founders.
Okay. Oh, me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, fuck him. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Adam Curry.
But even I was like, even Jimmy, it's a weird thing to go. I was the first one with a name. I don't even know what that means. Everybody got a name.
I remember Adam Curry. Do you remember this thing called Second Life? And you went in there and you had an avatar, and you go to different houses and you have virtual parties. You have your dork character do dink dancing and just dumb shit. And it was obvious that we didn't like Adam Curry and that he was a scumbag. Like, he would take the Keith and the Girl show, put different meta tags in it under his company, post it on his website with his ads, and act like we are part of his group. Real shady shit. So anyway, in Second Life, he was having a quote party with all these podcasters that would talk to each other. And then I came in there and I turned his virtual helicopter upside down and put it on top of his house. I spray painted his car. Very fun. I was a grown adult then too, for the record. Let's see. Where do we start? Tylenol. Did you throw all your Tylenol out?
Oh man, I am as a proud Puerto Rican, I am happy to say that we were and will always be a Panadol family.
Okay.
Tylenol was always real uppity. We knew something was off with them from the get-go, dude. In Puerto Rico, we're Panadols all day. They were like this thick, and it was a chalk. And if you could get it down, God bless you, you'd be good in 5 minutes.
There's you saw like what is it? Kennedy, the our new health czar, and he was saying, Robert F. Kennedy, and he was saying, I'm going to find a cure for autism by September of this year. This is a couple months ago, and I'm like, really? Okay, that's a bold step. How the fuck is that going to happen? And here we are. He figured it out. It was moms taking Tylenol while they were pregnant. Oh, you got to the bottom of that. Now let's look into who owns certain stock and what companies when you make this announcement. Okay.
I love the idea of just giving him a task and sending him away for months. Right. And just go, hey man, figure out what you do alone in there. Let us know what you come out with.
He said the Amish don't take Tylenol and they don't have autism. Okay.
That's also a group of people that's vague enough that I don't know if it's true or not. They're not very open with how they express what's happening in their community.
You know what? They also they don't have liberal Hollywood movies. So that's a sign of autism also. So keep
now
that
you could get me there.
Yeah. They don't get diagnosed for autism. Of course they don't have it. Come on now. This is Donald Trump talking about the dangers of Tylenol.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with
by the way, you did hear that correctly. You heard it good.
What kills me about it is I know what's happening where sometimes, and it'll happen to me sometimes where I get so excited to finish the sentence. Right. I go, these middle words don't matter. They gonna know what I'm doing.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with Tylenol, don't take it. Don't take it. And if you can't live, if your fever is so bad, you have to take one because there's no alternative to that. Sadly, first question, what can you take instead? There's not an alternative to that. And as you know, other of the medicines are absolutely proven bad. I mean, they've been proven bad with the aspirins and the Advils and others, right?
Right,
and
right. Inject bleach, right? Guys, no. Anyways, let's move on as if that's a fact.
Been proven bad.
Okay. All right. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? The only way this would make sense if he's trying to trick Americans into thinking Tylenol is strong and actually, get shit done.
And put the numbers up for Tylenol.
Yeah. So that we think that's the new acid. And it's like, I'll take that. It's like, well, my dad wouldn't let us run the dishwasher. We had to do dishes by hand. So when he left the house, our big secret when us kids were left alone was to quickly run the dishes and fan out the smoke before he gets back home. I think that was a trick so that we did the dishes in the dishwasher. So we got shit done. Yeah.
So you got a bunch of kids now taking Tylenol and filling them back up with Aleve.
Right.
And just putting it all back.
Oh, man, you think Tylenol is bad for kids? Wait till you hear about guns. Oh, my goodness. This is Donald Trump. Now, tell me if I'm taking this too weird. This is Donald Trump talking about the hepatitis B vaccine. And because hepatitis B is sexually transmitted, kids don't need to take it at birth.
And then hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. There's no reason to give a baby that's almost just born hepatitis B. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old and formed and take hepatitis B. And I think if you do those things, it's going to be a whole different, it's going to be a revolution in a positive sense in the country.
Huh?
There's a lot to unpack there. One, I'm not even sure. Is that the only way you can get hepatitis B?
Who knows?
I don't believe that's
I
the
don't believe
only
that.
way. We'd be hearing more about it.
Right.
We would have figured it out if you only got it through sex.
Right.
Secondly, he could have got the people with this line of thing until he threw a number out.
Right.
Don't you go at 12. Oh yeah, that's when it's it's about that
Right.
time.
Hello. How does JD Vance stand behind this stupidity? I mean, if assuming he's not an idiot, how do you even keep a boner? You know, I guess furniture is very forgiving. It doesn't judge. You can do whatever you want. Have you thought about this? Like JD Vance, and nobody really believes it, but somehow it got out there that he fucks furniture. He fucks couches. Okay, it's fucking hilarious. But when in real life, when he goes into a couch store, he's got to feel weird. Like, let's buy online. No, honey, you really got to feel it
I like
in
to
person,
feel it.
brick and mortar. Like, oh, baby, come with me. We'll pick out a couch.
I
Oh,
can't
thank you,
imagine
sir.
the amount of rapping that goes into
Right.
here. If you hear that JD Vance is coming,
Right.
you go Scotch guard everything in the place.
You put those shoe mats on the whole fucking bed. This bed this couch is fine. I mean it's a couch. I mean they're all the same to me. I mean it's no big deal. Anything new in the back? I mean never mind. I'll take 2 big chairs. That's normal, right? I don't need a couch. Just a regular couch. I have sex with my wife, right, honey? I have sex with you. Yeah, we'll just take a regular couch.
I don't even care what color the couch is.
Right. He expects champagne at these couch stores like he's a pretty woman. He checks the tag. It's like, no, just for the fabrics, not the age.
Yeah.
The Rapture was the other day.
Ooh.
Good to see you.
Oh man, what if we got left? What a way to find out. This is how I find out.
You know what would be funny? If I just had my camera on, but I wasn't here when you logged in.
I go,
You're like, "Fuck."
Keith?
I haven't been outside in 2 days. South African pastor Joshua Malekela had a video claiming a divine rapture on September 23rd, tied to the Jewish Feast of Trumpets. Oh, that sounds annoying. Sparked over 500,000 TikTok videos and millions of views. Believers share preparation tips and testimonials. Testimonials? You're here, you're not.
Can't you only do it if that's a survivor one?
Right. Right.
That's a great testimonial to go. I was there, but I didn't go.
Try not
I
to
missed
sin.
the last time,
Right.
but I saw it.
Try not to sin, but I did. With anecdotal reports of job quits and asset sales, while skeptics, I'm a skeptic now. That sounds like I wonder.
You can't skeptic.
Let's see. Biblical warnings. They're saying, hey, you said this would happen before. How's it happening now? Maybe, what if like it was just one dude that got raptured? So we don't really know. Like you got to be pretty good for this God.
And that also could convince me how exclusive heaven is.
Right.
Because we all think everybody at the end think they're going to make it.
Yeah.
We go, no, this real niche.
Oh, I guarantee when my dad prays to God, he lies to him. He tries to trick him. Another great day with my kids. God. He calls him dad. He's a real. How about if you quit your job? Like, why are people quit their job like a couple days before the rapture? But just keep your job. You're going to heaven.
Don't come back.
You're going to heaven. That's fantastic. Plus you made a deal. That's almost a sin. You made a deal with your boss that you would be there. So you don't want to do quirky shit last minute.
Interesting, yeah.
And then, of course, if you don't go, you still have your job.
That's the most worker bee shit I've ever heard. That's how I know you're not meant to be a boss. If you believe in the rapture, but you still want to give someone a 2-week notice just to go. If y'all don't get taken, there'll be a position open. I don't want you waiting for me while I'm in heaven.
An airline pilot or, it's like, you stay home, goody two-shoes. We were all at the fucking club. We were all getting fucking hand jobs. You were just sitting there like, oh, where am I, Mr. HR? Fuck you. Do not come into fly. We were saying this on the VIP spinoff show last week on Keith and the Girl, where it sums up the week. We'll talk next week if you were an asshole or not. But a picture like 2 pilots in the cockpit, and one starts getting raptured, and the other's like, oh no, and so he's gotta sacrifice himself more. So he just starts whacking off so that he definitely stays on Earth, but God is pleased. Like, I know what you're doing. This is like Hawkeye and Black Widow trying to sacrifice themselves. And then they're just giving spit blowjobs to each other, trying to be more egregious. Like, no, I'm making the ultimate sacrifice. Oh, that'd be a time. That'd be a time. This is where essential workers stay home.
Finally.
Yeah.
They finally got the day.
Wendigoon writes, I found a live stream with the guy who said the rapture was today, and they were very adamant that it would happen at 11:36 p.m., sunset in Israel. And when 11:37 happened, I asked, what now? And the chat said the rapture was starting, but it's slow. So be on the lookout, I guess.
The rapture going local and making local stops.
That's a testimonial. Be careful, because, if you're just in your house and shit, like most people, you're going to jam up the clouds. You want to get there early or get there late, like an airplane. Jump up fast to the front, or just sit and wait it out. Get to the top of a tower, or just lay in bed and.
That's a good point. But I bet most people who believe in the rapture are people who stand up as soon as the plane lands.
Yes,
and goddamn, they're terrible people.
That's right. Let's see here. Oh, this is speaking of my dad. On the 23rd, I called my dad on the phone, and he picked up, and I went, I fucking knew it. Click. Oh, remember the simpler days when, like, there was that beauty contestant? She was like, such as in the Iraq. Remember the simpler times? What happened to that? Now I need a beauty contestant to be like, I love my mom, my ukulele, and mostly where are the Epstein files? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Somebody last minute, the rapture's coming, so all of a sudden they're just opening all the doors and saying please and thank you and offering food at the office. Like, Steve, it's too late. It's too late. I saw you kick your dog. Come on now. Did you see this? Did you see Tom Brady talking about dog kicking?
Man, I did see this.
What
Go ahead.
Fuck? It was it's the Dallas and whoever they were playing game, the Chicago Bears, and the Cowboys lost 31-14. And George Pickens, a great player on the Steelers, he left for Dallas, but he couldn't catch something. He took his helmet off, threw it on the ground. You see how these babies get, these murderous babies can get. And Tom Brady understood what it's like. Sometimes you got to throw your helmet, like sometimes you got to kick your dog.
And Pick's not happy. Yeah, those helmets can be. It's like the dog at home. Out on the field. Wow. Kick the dog, throw the helmet. Man, whatever it is.
Man, I'll play it again. So listen to his partner too, being like, oh wow, you said that. All right. So anyway, yeah, so the helmet, or yeah, I'm gonna try to talk over that, or kick the dog. And yeah, man, oh man, you just keep fucking going.
It almost
not happy. Yeah, those helmets can be. It's like the dog at home. Out on the field. Wow. Kick the dog, throw the helmet. Man, whatever it is.
Whatever it takes. Beat the shit out of the dog. Whatever it takes to get your frustration out.
I think one
dating her trainer.
I think this is a language barrier. We know, Tom. It's a turn of phrase. So secondly, I love because it sounds like it's a phone call that's breaking up.
Right.
And you're like, maybe we didn't hear all the words he said. Did someone cut his mic in between?
Right.
That weird. And then finally, I love that he just says, kick the dog. Then there's a pause. And I know in his head, he went, that wasn't clear.
Right.
They didn't understand what I meant. Let me double down and go, helmet is the dog. That is the
Kicking
A to
is
B.
Me or him.
Oh.
What were you saying about your mom has a dog that barks next door? Dogs.
My mom, she hates this neighbor. Okay. And this neighbor just has a bunch of just street dogs who come and stay in her yard. and any little sound that goes by, they'll bark all night. And my mom got a firecracker guy. She found a firecracker hookup guy, and this dude come and deliver just a little joint, a single reps, and when they start barking, she'll get out of bed because she can't sleep, and will start throwing individual firecrackers over the fence.
Does it
to
work?
Get these dogs.
Does it work?
I don't know. I bet these dogs are probably barking because they're under attack. I would dare say the dogs don't know where it's coming from. And every so often something blows up and the dog just go, "What the fuck was that?"
Maybe does she say if it works or not? Because when I had
I think they get scared and they run away. They run to the other side of the house. But but also, I can't. My mom don't smoke. She don't. So was she just outside alone in like a moo-moo, just individually throwing single little?
Does she have fun with it? Like you hold those little hand things and you wait last minute and you aim it like a rocket.
She lights it like it's a little joint and just chucks it out.
But the neighbors don't have these fucking expired fireworks all over.
I don't know. Those neighbors ain't said nothing either because I think they're not even supposed to be living there. So it's a whole mess. My mom she got a couple years ago, she got one of those electric tennis rackets.
Yeah.
The fly swatter. Yeah. She used it for mosquitoes, and she would go and sit outside with the pallet in hand.
Oh.
Just in their house killing them.
That's entrapment.
They're not even in our house. They're not bothering us. Right. You ruining their day.
You go to a fly museum. What are you doing? Oh, no. She wasn't raptured, right?
Oh, no. She stayed real local.
Yeah, you can't quit your job right before the rapture. You got to make sure you pay rent. Again, that's a contract. I wanted to see Marvel Zombies on Disney that just came out. Ooh. So I shoplifted just in case last minute. Because that's MA-17. They're not going to play that in heaven. Very violent, And it's right there in the Bible. I'm the Lord thy God that shall not have other zombies before me. So I had to definitely check it out. Perhaps you saw our King Donald Trump was at the UN, United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump lambasted the UN and countries around the world during a lengthy speech at the UN General Assembly on Tuesday. In largely off-script remarks, Trump criticized the UN over what he views as its ineffectiveness. He addressed the most pressing conflicts, the wars in Ukraine and Gaza, only in passing. Afterwards, Trump met with Ukrainian President Zelensky on the sidelines and shifted his tone about Russia's ongoing invasion. The president on social media said Ukraine is now in a position to fight and win back its original borders. Okay. Escalating his rhetoric against Moscow. Trump also said NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircrafts if they violate their airspace. This guy is watching two people fight, and then he turns on fight music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, you got him. Hey, I say you get him. Oh, interesting. Okay, he's taking out the popcorn. Yeah, he was at the UN, and perhaps you saw this. The elevator broke as soon as he stepped on it.
Which is for anybody who doesn't know comedy, it is the perfect Mitch Hedberg joke.
Yes,
Mitch Hedberg used to have a great joke of how is an elevator out of service?
Right.
They just become stairs.
It temporarily
physically can be broken.
They can't break. And he stood there like a fucking... So his wife was in front of him.
I did, yeah.
They got 2 steps in. It happened to stop. She knows what steps are. She walks up. He's like, what do I do? And then he goes, I guess I have to walk too, I guess.
And the one right now to the right of them was working.
Yeah.
And they were on the first step. It wasn't midway up. This is a very quick little
but he didn't know
fun
what to
prank.
He was confused the way Bush was confused on 9/11 reading a story to kids. Like, what do I do now?
I wish they would have gotten on the other as they walked up.
Right.
And you just see Hells get slide by him up.
The LA Times wrote, to mark Trump's arrival, UN staff members have joked that they may turn off the escalators and elevators and simply tell him they ran out of money, so he has to walk up the stairs. And Carolyn Levitt, the press secretary, retweeted a picture of that headline or of that comment and said, if someone at the UN intentionally stopped the escalator as the president and first lady were stepping on, they need to be fired and investigated immediately. Okay. All right. It was a great honor to speak before the United Nations, tweeted out Trump. I believe the speech was very well received. It focused very much on energy and migration immigration. I have been talking about this for a long period of time, and this forum was the absolute best from the standpoint of making these two important statements. I hope everybody gets to watch it. The teleprompter was broken, and the escalator came to a sudden halt as we were riding up the podium. But both those events probably made the speech more interesting than it would have been otherwise. It is, it was. It is always an honor to speak at the United Nations, even if their equipment is somewhat faulty. Make America great again. He really he knows he looked, who cares? The elevator stopped. Who cares? But somehow he thinks that makes him be embarrassed. He's embarrassed. Somehow he thinks it makes him look stupid. Like he fucked up somehow. So he's like, now we need an investigation on this escalator.
The weird thing is I've done sets where I'll be on stage and I go, the fucking club fucked up my Caesar salad.
Right.
And I'm on stage angry about the Caesar salad. And I think that's really what he was talking the speech and his whole time go, I think they did that on purpose.
I couldn't pronounce acetaminophen either if I'm fucking, my head's like, I was getting up an escalator and it stopped when it was my turn.
They should have put it back down. They should have put it, just reverse it, go every step.
It goes up and down like a DJ. As soon as he steps off, it starts again. Jesse Waters is a hard-on Fox News host. He was on The Five, where you have five people on this panel talking about the right-wing bullshit of the day. This is Jesse Waters talking about the UN sabotaging him with a teleprompter and not moving steps. I don't know if this guy is the driest comedian ever or what. You tell me. Jesse Waters on Fox.
And then they sabotage the teleprompter.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an insurrection. And what we need to do is either leave the UN or we need to bomb it. It is in New York, though, right?
Yeah,
Could be some fallout there.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe gas it?
No.
Let's not do that.
Don't gas it. Okay. But we need to.
By the way, the co-hosts are doing the oh my goodness that Tom Brady's buddy did. Oh my goodness. Gas it. You keep going.
Didn't we just have to do this about killing homeless?
Right.
Like, didn't we just last week we just had this point, and 2 days later the dude had to apologize.
Yeah.
On the same network.
And then they gotta act like all offended if something could have in any way be construed as laughing at death.
Though, right?
Yeah.
Could be some fallout there. Right. Maybe gas it?
No.
Let's not do that.
Don't gas it. Okay. But we need to destroy it. No, this is absolutely unacceptable. And I hope they get to the bottom of it. And I hope they really injure emotionally the people that did it.
Now, the only joke there is his little wink at the word emotionally.
Oh, did he?
He's like, let's hurt them emotionally. Like, well, that obviously he's making a joke. He means physically.
I hope he doesn't. That would be the funniest thing if it's just hurting people's feelings.
Right.
And being like, you got weird eyes. And just walking away from people. You go, that's not nice.
Scientists have warned for years that climate change is happening, and that is mainly caused by fossil fuel pollution. But in remarks at the UN General Assembly, President Trump launched into a familiar tirade against the concept of global warming and saying it's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world. What are we getting out of it? About lying about bad weather?
About fossil fuel.
Yeah, we don't want it to.
Well, that's what they're getting. I mean, that's the same reason in Puerto Rico they suddenly abandoned solar. And you go, yeah, I don't know, maybe motherfuckers were giving you money for oil to keep selling it.
But why are we lying about? Because the Democrats.
But why are we lying about?
Why are we why are we lying about climate change? That it's real?
Because I want fossil fuel to continue to grow.
No, they do though. But why do the Democrats, who are saying, which it usually is, are saying, "Hey, climate change is real"? Why are we doing that lie?
Oh, why? What do we get? I
out
see
of
what
it?
you're saying. What are liberals getting out of this?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, that's where it gets confusing. Yeah. He also referred to he called global warming the great global warming hoax. He didn't precisely explain what he was calling the con job or hoax, but global warming is a demonstrative fact. The vast majority of climate scientists have concluded that the warming affects blah, blah, blah. Yeah, of course. You know, do kids pass school like easier now? Like, what was the Civil War? The Civil War hoax? You know, can you pass any test now?
Oh, everybody pass it.
Hey, that's just my point of view. I can't have a point of view that the Civil War never happened. Come on. A growing number of countries are pledging to recognize a Palestinian state, with more than 145 nations now joining the call for international recognition. America does not, for the record. Canada and the United Kingdom announced former recognition, this just happened, of the state of Palestine on Sunday, making them the first group of seven, G7, nations to do so. Australia and Portugal followed suit. France and several other countries are expected to take similar action. This is so fucking goofy. The war's never going to end if you don't recognize something is called Palestine. Where are you going? I'm going over there to Palestine, to not Israel. You have to understand it's a thing, or you're not going to get anywhere.
This is how Brooklyn got so expensive. Everything became East Williamsburg. Motherfuckers, that's Bushwick. Don't lie to me.
That's right. President Trump installed a new display of framed portraits of U.S. presidents in the White House West Wing near the Rose Garden on Wednesday. The exhibit features black and white images of leaders, including Barack Obama, George W. Bush, multiple portraits of Trump. So it goes throughout the years of presidents. Then it's President Trump, then Biden, then Trump again, of course. For Joe Biden's portrait, it's an auto pen. I put it at keithandthegirl.com, but maybe you can make it out here. It's an automatic pen that signs the president's signature. That's his funny joke in the White House. That's what your dude is up to.
If we weren't probably about to go to war, I'd argue this one's pretty funny.
It could be cute.
I go, if this was just a normal day, you go, man, that's pretty good. We get it. That's funny.
If the president wasn't a psychopath, this one thing would be cute.
That would be a bit.
But now everybody, like James Woods, the hard-on, he wrote, "They are right. Donald Trump is a king. The king trollmaster, bitches. Ha, 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 ha." So to be on this team, you got to pretend YMCA is a good song. You've always enjoyed Kid Rock. Ted Nugent really rocks your world. And you got to pretend Trump is fucking hilarious. This is so rolling on the floor, laughing. An auto pen. Oh, boy. Charlie Kirk, there was a memorial for him. 90,000 people attended. Wherever you watch this, 100 million people viewed it. Over 90,000 people gathered at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on September 21st for a memorial service honoring Charlie Kirk. The 32-year-old founder of Turning Point USA who was assassinated 11 days earlier during a speaking event in Utah, blah, blah, blah. Speakers included Vice President J.D. Vance, widow Erica Kirk, President Donald Trump. They all paid a tribute. Erica Kirk publicly forgave the 23-year-old suspect, Tyler Robinson. So she said, you know what? If Jesus can forgive, I can forgive. And then, no joke, Donald Trump took the stage afterwards. And this is true. It's weird I have to keep saying this, but I guess by now, you know all this shit's true. He goes, you know what? She forgave. I don't forgive my opponents. I get mad at my opponents. I hate my opponents, and I do not forgive. Anyway, good for her for forgiving. And then he got into tariffs and liberals' evil agendas.
Oh, I don't. Isn't she? But what was the fucking story that came out with her where she's not allowed back? where she's from because she got kicked out. Do you know this story before I keep talking about this?
No, go ahead. No, I do not know
Oh,
this.
no, I don't want to bring it up then.
Okay. I know there's things going around that she was she was a model and did pageants. Trump was in charge of those pageants, and it sounded like it was a forced relationship, that he took her and said, "You're going to be with Charlie Kirk." That's a rumor going on.
Okay,
now.
I didn't know what yeah.
But it's interesting though. During this this memorial, Erica Kirk says, "I forgive my enemy," and the whole crowd applauds. Gives applause, and then Trump goes, "Yeah, I don't forgive any of my enemies," and the same crowd applauds. Okay, all right. What are you gonna do? Of course, Jimmy Kimmel was kicked off of his show. It was taken off the air. He's back. Jimmy Kimmel's back on the air. I figure some of his writers are like, "Fuck, I just moved to Cabo for a little bit." I didn't know it'd be
this
three
was
days.
a long weekend vacation.
Yes.
I've seen Fallon been kicked off longer than this.
Last Wednesday, we made the decision, said Walt Disney at the time, to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. Yeah, that's going to help Mickey Mouse, you fucking idiot. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. And I played the clip the other day. It was nothing. It wasn't what the right and Trump is trying to make it sound like. He wasn't shitting on Charlie Kirk.
No, he definitely didn't say we should gas him.
Right. He didn't say that. We spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. And after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. Yeah. Also, Mr. Kimmel talked to us and explained he has a constitutional lawyer that would eat us for lunch. So with our back and forth, we've decided that some ABC affiliates did not air the show just the same. Nexstar and Sinclair own a combined 63 ABC stations. That's over 20% of ABC stations that play Kimmel's show. They still didn't put them on the air. Did you watch the show back? I don't see these late shows, but me and Liz did. Yeah.
I watched the monologue. I didn't watch the after the first 20.
You did actually first 30, but yeah, then he interviewed two guests, and it's like, who gives a shit? No offense to
it's hard to be Glenn Powell and who was it? Sarah McLaughlin.
Sarah McLaughlin doing a song.
Yeah, I go, oh man, this can't.
Right. I picture Glenn Powell. He's in the new Twisters movie. He's going to be in the remake of The Running Man. He was in Top Gun. But
none of this is in the past year. Right. Twister's on my DVD list. There's no
right. What else then?
Oh, nothing. That's what I'm saying. Right. If I would have seen this lineup, I go, how about we bring you back Wednesday?
Right.
How would you skip these Tuesday guests?
And I picture he's in the green room and Kimmel's going on and on about the state of the country. And the president and us and free speech and banning things, and Glenn Powell's just pacing like, oh fuck, well, I didn't. These things are playing months ahead of time. God damn it! Because you know what, I have a very generic face. I can play dumb real fucking fast when I'm out there. All right, is this what we're gonna do? I liked it a lot. I did like what he had to say. The show started where they showed all these news clips about, and he got canceled, and now Kimmel's back, and it's gonna 3 times his regular audience is watching. He's gonna have to. This might be the most important statement in talk show history, and then they cut to him and Guillermo, and he's in a monkey outfit, Guillermo's in a banana outfit, and they're like,
yeah,
maybe we should change. I enjoyed that, and then he came out, 83-minute long standing ovation, but I dug what he had to say. At least 2 times, I did think he was apologizing too much. He was saying, yes, I did not mean anything bad against Charlie Kirk, per se. And he didn't follow up. So that's a real apology. What I meant was he just went, if you took it that way, I'm sorry. You can hear
he didn't say yeah, he didn't say sorry, but he did get as close as you can to apologizing without saying the word I apologize.
But he really, then in another segment, he really thanked Disney in a big fucking way. Like, he really was blowing Mickey. And those parts, I was like, come on. But I guess I get it. And then he did go after Trump like he normally does in a big fucking way. So I guess he handled it the best he can handle it. What did you think?
I don't, I think I didn't love everything, but also I don't know where you go in that position. Because it like his the true defense of 200 people technically losing a job here is even though there was no way he was going to get back on, I guess, and just go middle finger.
Right.
We going to let it rip. I'm going to do whatever I want. Right. But I guess I was annoyed because, and it's not even his fault. What bothered me was that social media will get you hyped. So everything I kept seeing was like, oh, Jimmy refuses to apologize.
Right.
Jimmy said, what? I've never even heard the words. Right. So I walked in being like, oh, he about to
his dick's gonna
just give me Def Jam for 20. He gonna give me wild 20. I was ready to run up the aisles. And then I saw it like, oh, that's on me.
He was going to have somebody from the audience come behind him with tiny hands and do that little hand thing. And just next thing you know, it's touching Jimmy's balls. Hey, fuck you. It's funny, like, and you hear like Jimmy's almost going to cry, and
he almost broke twice.
Right, and he is a crier, and he's cried on there about the not deep shit sometimes. So I can't help but wonder, like behind the scenes, like, okay, this is a good line, and I don't know, Jimmy, can you do your thing a little bit? If it comes out, it comes out, Jimmy.
You've only been in Hollywood for 42 years,
right?
Could you cry on command?
Because he sounds genuine, but at the same time, everything is timed to the minute. With commercials and segments, yeah. So as real as it is planned. It has to be, Like, oh, I have another minute. Also,
you skipped the crying. Right. Like, we'll throw it at the end. We'll bring it back around, loop it.
But he said Donald Trump said, fired Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel has no ratings, and then Jimmy Kimmel went, "Well, I do tonight." And the crowd, of course, went nuts, and of course he did. Jimmy Kimmel said, so it might have backfired that people are watching now. You might have to bring out the Epstein files to distract from this mess. I enjoyed that. Let's see here. He said we're going to talk to the FCC chairman about firing me and getting rid of free speech. And they cut to Robert De Niro. They cut to Robert De Niro saying, hey, these are mob tactics. And I thought that was pretty funny. De Niro said, all right, I got to go. I heard the Tylenol fell off a truck and I got to figure out how to put autism in them. All right, see you later. So, yes, I enjoyed it. At one point, he did go, Guillermo, is there something you wanted to say? It's like, well, obviously there is. Picture Guillermo's like, no, let me think for a little bit and I'll get back to you. No,
I hate when you put me on the spot like this, Jimmy. we had a week to figure out, Jimmy, if I was gonna talk. And you said, no, Guillermo, tight schedule.
I do goofy shit. Why do you think I'd come in here and have something genuine to say? I do. I'm just kidding, Jimmy. Yes, I want to say that. Surprise, surprise, I have your back. On Google, what time is Jimmy Kimmel on? Went up 10,000%. People were interested. 6.3 million viewers, despite, again, being unavailable in 23% of the country.
I could not help but think how nervous the sportscasters across America had to be.
Yes.
Because you're the lead. You got the biggest audience you ever have for your fucking local news at 10:30.
Right.
You're the last. We turn in the channel and we gonna see the sports and transition out. Right. This was your moment to go national. Like that was. And what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do. And they also got nervous too, though. They're like, "But this is a Tuesday night. I said everything about football."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was just banter about the mascots at the baseball game. It was slow.
Right. Hey guys, remember this?
Yeah, Pick's not happy.
He's saying he's kicking his dog.
Stop playing the clip of my mom, dude. Stop. That's a private call.
Donald Trump wrote, I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. Does he think these late night shows are news, by the way? I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because the audience is gone and his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democrat garbage? He is yet another arm of the DNC. To the best of my knowledge, that would be a major illegal campaign contribution. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. Yeah, whenever you see him write this shit, like, why would they want someone back that does so poorly, isn't funny, doesn't have talent? Yes, ask yourself that. Why would they? They are, so why are they? Litup writes on the Keith and the Girl forums, the takeover of media has been happening since the beginning. Trump has barred journalists that he doesn't like from being in the press room. One was barred for saying Gulf of Mexico instead of Gulf of America. What is happening is terrifying, especially with what they're doing with Kirk, treating him like a martyr for MAGA. I'm shocked there hasn't been more outrage for him being given Kirk being given military honors and placed on Air Force Two. Kirk was basically an online troll, but willing to show his face and kept the same stance in public. And then writes, it hasn't even been a full fucking year. Meaning Trump in his second term. We just got started. That's why you got to stop this fucking bullshit. That's why you got to stand up for free speech. This dude's moving fast. This is China shit. This is Russia shit. This is North Korea shit. And it's not a fucking exaggeration. And, you know, like we played the other day, I believe it was Jon Stewart. You sack the fuck up. If you have any kind of, you know, whether you work for, you know, for one of these affiliates or you're in Congress, sack the fuck up. And if you're just a regular person, can you do? Vote locally and otherwise? Then fucking do it. Even if you're in a New York City and you think it doesn't matter, they take those numbers and it does say something. And like I said the other day, voting is kind of fun. You walk in, will the 80-year-old volunteer be asleep or not? Is she drooling? That's the day gets started. I wonder if there's going to be armed security. You know, I mean, if you're an immigrant, now's a bad time. Maybe don't risk it. But the rest of us, if you got a certain skin color that you're not scared of an AK-47 in a church, make sure you show up and add to the fucking numbers.
Dude, I love it. I love voting. I'll do early voting to make sure I get a couple cracks at it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I go early, I go often. Absolutely. Absolutely. I printed this out and I don't
and
see
like
it.
while you're reading something, I'm happy for Jimmy, but also like I agree with the speed this is moving. Let's not forget like Karen Athea at Washington Post, who got fired for quoting Charlie Kirk lines in her article, in the opinion piece. Like, yeah, we're going to love Jimmy, but there's also, it keeps trickling down. So you go, where do you find, it's it's easy for Jon Stewart to go sack up. I go, okay, but give me a logical plan of where. You go, unless you're talking directly to Supreme Court justices,
you vote.
Don't yell at me on Comedy Central on your Paramount/CBS who fucking just fired Colbert to make a merger happen.
Right.
You know what? I love you, Jon Stewart, but shit, motherfucker, you in the same boat.
Right.
You on Paramount right now next to everybody else who just got Steven canceled.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even mean. I just so annoyed. I get what he's saying, but also he's in a position to do more than just talk to me about it.
I took it like he wasn't yelling at us, the regular civilian. I think he was yelling at people in power, people at these ABC affiliations. That's the way I took it. But yeah, all I can do is vote, and that's what I'll do. You know, and here hopefully grow up somebody that came from a small fucking town and doesn't know any better because you do what your neighbors do. When are you going to stop doing what your neighbors do? I'm from one of these fucking towns. where you just thought everything other than you was bad because it's the only thing you saw was you. But then look what else the town is doing. They're all fucking each other. Right? I'm from this town where, you found your love in high school, but you all found your love in high school. And who did you date who did your husband date before? Your best friend. It's fucking weird. That's not normal. That's not good. That's not healthy. Somebody came into the town where they can't afford, they can't afford good food, but somehow they can afford a charlatan that comes in and fixes their face. Do you want to look like Hollywood? And they all look like fucking cats. In my hometown, my conservative dirt road hometown, they all look like the housewives of whatever the fuck. Look around your town. What are they? Get out and don't be following what they're fucking into. Coincidentally, they're nuts. They're all fucking nuts. Fuck you, Somerset. Thank you.
I've been to Somerset.
See?
Yeah.
You saw.
Yeah.
You saw. Look around. If somebody telling you how to vote is chewing their own mustache, get out of there. There, I said it. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for what Rojo's up to. If you can see Rojo live, you do it. It was very, very funny. He has the new album coming out soon. I'm excited about it. Are you excited? Have you seen it?
I am. I'll be excited when it's out. I've heard it so much already, where after a while you go, oh, this motherfucker not funny at all. These were like,
when I did my, I'll rate a book, let's say, and I'm like, people are going to fucking love this. And then by the time it comes out and you've seen it 1,000 times, it's like, who cares? Everybody has a dad.
Yeah.
Fine having to try to fuck me thinking I was my wife. Okay. All right. Who cares?
But I am
sure
excited. It's going to be come out with Pinch Records before the year's out.
All right. You'll let us know. Perfect. And upcoming dates here. I see you'll be in New Orleans.
Yeah, for my birthday weekend, November 14th through the 16th. I'm going to be doing Skankfest. I will be accepting mushrooms and sexual favors as gifts.
Okay, excellent. Let's see, October 3rd, Caveat for Immigrant Jam. That's a Lucy Pohl.
That's here in New York with the lovely Lucy Pohl.
Yes.
And if not, you could see me the next night at Union Hall, October 4th with the lovely Amy Miller.
It's Miller time. I love Amy Miller. I was on her podcast
great.
some time ago. Easy breezy, tells it like it is. Big fan. Rojo, anything else the audience should know?
No, man, just, follow me till I eventually quit. So just at Rojo Perez on all other socials, and my date's rojoperez.com.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for your time. Good seeing you again.
Appreciate you, bub.